Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 4. We are going to start unit 5. Its title is Nature's Way. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today under the title of grammar, we are going to learn about subject pronoun. Before this, in English for grade 3, we have already learnt about pronouns. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again, and we are going to learn further to recognize and use I, we, you, they, it, etc. as subjective case. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 31. And he taught Adam alayhi salam the names, all of them. Then he showed them to the angels and said, inform me of the names of these if you are truthful. Yes, my dear children, what this beautiful verse is telling us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named everything, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught these names to Adam alayhi salam, and after him we are learning and we learned all the names. Now, my dear children, I want you to focus on this he. Who is he here? Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, my dear children, we, instead of writing Allah, we have written he. And this he itself is telling us that Allah taught Adam alayhi salam. So, such type of words which we use instead of nouns or pronouns, what are they called? Do you remember? Okay, then tell me what are pronouns and what do you know about subject? We have learned these things, so pause the video, answer these questions to your teacher and then come back. Yes, my dear children, I hope you could recall that a pronoun is a word that replaces a noun, right? A word that replaces a noun is a pronoun. And what is noun, by the way? Everything around us which we can feel, hold, touch, or see is noun. And a word which replaces a noun, that is pronoun. Okay? And pronouns are words like she, you, him, them, this, etc. Now, how do we use pronoun? For example, Asma likes apples. Now, we know Asma is a noun. Rather, it's a proper noun. We have learnt about common and proper nouns. So, it's a proper noun. And when I replace this and I say she likes apples. So, this she, which is referring back to Asma, this is a pronoun. Right? A word which has replaced a noun, that is pronoun. Right? Now, the next thing is the subject. What is the subject? Subject is the word or a phrase which does or controls the verb. We have learned it, remember? Subject, in a sentence, subject is a word which does or controls the verb, that is subject. Now, what will be the subjective case of pronoun? I, we, you, he, she, they, and sometime who. This question. Today we will not discuss a lot about it, but we should know this is also pronoun. So these are the subjective case. Any noun performing the main action. A noun which is performing, acting, doing the main action in the sentence, like these pronouns. I, we, you, he, she, they, it. Okay, so these are pronouns and is a subject. Okay, and it is categorized as subjective case of pronoun. Do you understand? It means whenever in a sentence we find I, we, you, it means these words are referring to a person who or to the maybe something who is doing the work. That's why they are called subjective case of pronoun. Pronoun is the replacement of noun, and it is subjective because they are controlling or doing the work. Do you understand the concept? Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what does your book say about it. Subject pronouns. A subject pronoun is the subject of a sentence, and we know here what does subject mean? A person or noun which is controlling the work. For example, she is my best friend. Now you see, she. I can say Aisha is my best friend. And when instead of Aisha, I'm writing she, it is a subject pronoun, right? It isn't my dog, it. Now, it is referring to maybe I have named my dog, so I'm not using name of my pet and I used it. So, it, a subject pronoun. Does he know the answer? So, he is referring to a noun and it is a subjective case, so it's a subject pronoun. Are you getting it? Good job. You and I. Now, beta, I want you, this example is important. You and I. Now, you see both. There can be more than one subject in a verb. That's why I said subject phrase. So, when there are more than one, they become a phrase, and both you and I are subject case of pronoun, right? Okay. So here is a table which is explaining when we are talking about first person. And who is first person? The person who is talking to you. I am first person. When it's first person singular, we use pronoun I. It is the subject case. And if we are more than one, it is plural and we use we. Second person is you, to whom I'm talking. So you is the subject case of second person pronoun. And third person, and what does third person? We are talking about a person who is not around, right? So we use for singular he, she, it, and for plural they. These are the subjective pronouns which we use in sentences as a replacement of a noun in subject case, right? Are you clear? Sure? Okay. Then tell me, look at this picture and tell me which pronoun refers to this picture. Look at, can I use he for them? No, we use they because there are more than one. So third person plural noun. Do you understand how do we use it? Okay. Now look at this picture and tell me which pronoun goes with this picture, he or they? Yes, he is third person singular. This is simple. This is how we select a pronoun in subject case according to situation, right? Okay, I'm going to check you through an activity. Are you ready for that? All right. So how are we going to do this? This is roll the dice, subject pronouns. Teams have to make a funny sentence using elements that have been decided by a throw of a dice. This is the rule. This is the main theme. Now, teacher will divide the class in teams of 3 members. In every team, there will be 3 members and make a list of 6 verbs, subject, pronouns, and objects. On each turn, you will roll the dice 3 times and mark the numbers on the board. The team must come up with a funny sentence by using the selected words. How we are going to do this? Like this. For example, you are rolling. This is a dice. I've prepared it. Teacher will make a dice like this. Now, from group 1, a child will roll the dice. For example, on first turn, it comes 3. So, you will circle verb is 3. Then you roll it again, and for example, it comes 1, and it's pronoun I. Roll again. For example, it comes 4, and it's road. Now, by joining these words, make a sentence. I eat road. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so this is how all of you in teams, you will keep rolling the dice and keep making interesting sentences. Are you clear? Okay, so pause the video, enjoy this beautiful activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so now settle down on your seats because we are going to practice from book. Complete each sentence with appropriate pronoun. First one has been done for you. Look at this. It's Farhan. And how we can replace this noun? By using pronoun he. He is my best friend. Likewise, you'll keep reading the nouns and keep using pronouns and completing the sentences, right? So pause the video, complete this exercise in your book, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So it's time for your homework. You will use subject pronouns in your sentences and write them in your notebook. And I'm giving you a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And in this way, what we have learned? We learned that pronouns are those words that take the place of a noun. And we learned that subject pronouns are those pronouns that perform the action in a sentence. And we recognized and use in sentences subjective case of pronouns. And what are they? I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to recognize and use I, we, you, they, it, etc. as subjective case. Are we done with it? Yes, and we thoroughly enjoyed doing it. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, and take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.